I'm standing in the 2020 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. This is Nissan's tough truck option, competing against the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, the Ford Raptor, the Ram Rebel, and the Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. Nissan just facelifted this truck for 2020, and they're hoping that it's cool enough to get your money. Now, it's totally fitted out. It's got general grabber tires, Bilstein shocks, a stout 5.6 liter V8 powering a 9-speed automatic transmission. Got it here in Baja, which is a Nissan term for brown. This facelift brings along some kind of robotic, futuristic, almost Halo-esque headlights. I do like the red accents around it. Got the blacked out red Nissan badge and the tow hooks. Definitely got it dirty here, testing it out for you. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this refresh. I think it's a little futuristic looking for me, but I gotta admit, it does look sharp. Now, if the outside doesn't get you, I think the interior might. Now, Nissan really did a great job at making this cabin smooth, comfortable, luxurious feeling. You got heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, nice soft materials around. You've got this cool reddish orangish stitching, a Fender audio system, a good responsive high definition touchscreen. It's just as nice in here as anything else in the segment, except for maybe Ram. You've got a cool panoramic sunroof up here, lots of power points, storage. It's a really great cabin. The bed on this full crew cab option is a 5.5-foot bed. That's it. It does have these cool channel lock systems that allow you to install various accessories, add a little usability to the bed here. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor. Let's go check out the 2020 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. Now, gotta be honest, I love the placement of the column shifter in this truck, but it's frustrating because it feels so cheap. One of the parts of the car that you touch literally every time you want to drive this vehicle, and they cheaped out on it, and it's really frustrating. It's a very, listen to this, it's a cheap plastic feel, and then when you go into gear, it's just it's not a satisfying thunk or thud. It just kind of flops into gear, and then when you go back, when you try to go into reverse, the detents are really small, and it's kind of tough to get it right in the gear you want. Then when you go up into park, easy enough to get in there, but sometimes it doesn't pick up that you're actually in park, and then you shut it off, and the car yells at you, "Put me in park," and you have to kind of wiggle it and get it into the spot. So it's frustrating that something that you're going to use every time you drive your vehicle is not a quality feel. Because other than that, the interior is really nice. Most of them, all the knobs, all the switches, the materials you touch are really good. So why did they cheap out on that one part? Jeez.
There's so much wheel spin.
Let's see what we think about the Titan on the highway. I suspect it's going to be smooth.
The theme of this truck definitely seems to be more luxury than ruggedness.
I'm noticing a good amount of wind noise. Kind of disappointed in that.
Although the tires seem to be fairly quiet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. It's almost like there's still a good amount of tire noise as well. Just hearing a lot of...
Here, let's try closing this.
Yeah, you can go ahead and close that, but I think a lot of it's coming from the mirrors.
Okay. One thing, though, I'm not sure if you'll agree with this or not, but we seem to be going 75, and it feels fairly, composed.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I agree. It's very just kind of... This is where a heavier steering kind of is a good thing.
Yeah.
Cruising along the highway or 55 mile an hour
You don't
roads.
feel like you're going to yank in an accident.
Right. This truck has blind spot monitoring, which I really appreciate. Let's see, we should have a digital speedometer here. I do like Nissan's gauge cluster, so it's got a lot of functionality, but it also is very easy to read and to use, and there we go, digital speed. We have adaptive cruise control. Nissan's always one of the first with technology like that. Not that that's very new, but they do a good job with it. And adjust your following distance there. It's like 3 different fouling distances. This transmission had to drop a few gears there though,
Yeah.
just to get to where it needed.
The thing with like a 6-speed compared to this 9-speed, and I guess this goes for all 9 speeds.
And 10 speeds.
Yeah, 10 speeds, 11 speeds, 15 speeds. Is you want to just go a little bit faster, like maybe like 70 to 77, and it kind of got to hunt around a little bit just to do
Right.
that little bit, and that gets old very fast in my opinion.
Let's see if I want to go from 75 up to 77.
Yep.
2 downshifts.
2 downshifts.
Yeah, that's kind of frustrating.
And the thing that
2 miles per hour, 2 downshifts.
you also have to think about is like that's just extra wear on the transmission.
Yeah,
Doing that.
that's true. I like the map.
Yeah, the map looks very modern, very
High resolution.
very inviting and welcoming.
Yep. Brake feels good. Even though the transmission does have to hunt around sometimes, it is pretty smooth. The shifts are not, it's never like if I drop some throttle right there, like it was decently quick. But I agree with you that like if you're just kind of leaning on for some extra power, then it's frustrating. I like how it's got the little blind spot mirrors and the blind spot monitoring. Some people might see, oh, I don't need my truck to have blind spot monitoring. I know how to drive, everything like that. Yes, I know that. But there's just something refreshing about when you're in a longer vehicle like this, maybe one you're not necessarily familiar with, and you just have that little light. It's not an intrusive light. It's just there to tell you, hey, just wait a sec. Then when it goes off, you're like, bam.
I prefer the little mirrors over the blind spot monitoring, but both is the best.
Right. Yeah, you don't see many vehicles with both, and I like that. The driver's seat has 2-way lumbar support. And the seats are pretty comfortable. I mean, Nissan zero gravity seats, even though they're a bit of a marketing thing, they are comfortable.
I have a complaint with this truck, and it's not unique to the Titan, but it is worth mentioning.
Okay.
I feel like I am a skyscraper in this seat right now, and it won't go down. Like, like it was the same thing like for the Tundra we were in the other day. Is I'm all the way up here, and it's not the worst thing in the world, and obviously passengers can just deal with it. But it is a thing to point out. It just like, why does it have to be like that? Why can't I put the seat down?
Right.
I've actually.
Is this a Shelby with a roof rack? It is. That's awesome. That's cool. Hit this speed bump and see how these Bilstein shocks take it at speed.
Got the big Pro-4X shocks. Let's see how they do.
Not too bad. It didn't really
Pretty good.
unsettle it.
That's a pass.
Yeah.
Overall, this truck rides very well.
Can you hear that shifter? All right. So the looks are definitely good. They're cleaned up in this facelift. I almost kind of liked the pre-facelift looks better, but I know a lot of people who like this one. Big old Titan grille with the red Pro-4X accents.
One way I'd have to describe it, I would like looking at this. I would feel like I'd see this out of a Halo video game.
Mm-hmm.
Like a very modern kind of, very modern kind of almost Tesla look to it.
Yep. I like the rear tail lights quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, the back.
Almost kind of Fordish.
Yeah, it looks Fordish, but it's very well designed. Like you got the black
Mm-hmm.
here, the red accents. It all ties together very nicely.
I agree.
And it also, not only does it look well designed, it's also very clean. So I'm in a position if I was in like a sedan in traffic and looking back at this,
Oh yeah.
like it doesn't, you can't really see all the underpinnings like sticking out and just
Right.
looking bad.
Mm-hmm. Overall, interesting truck. Nissan's trying hard, and some of their parts have paid off. Some of them are still a little weird, like having a full large antenna right there rather than a shark fin like the Toyota and most other new trucks have done.
Yeah.
If you like the looks and you want kind of a modern feeling rugged truck, definitely check out the Titan. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, subscribe, check out our other videos, and we will see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor. Drive on.